Welcome to Listpedia. In this list, we're counting down modern horror movies. We don't ignore box office success because these are the movies which left people covering their eyes in the cinema. There are a few movies here that you probably haven't seen and are guaranteed to keep you awake at night. Number 10. Let Me In from 2010. Not all horror movies need gruesome special effects or a bucket full of surprise scenes at every corner. Sometimes a movie is scary just because it's creepy and unsettling to watch.
What was that? What was going on?
Let Me In is one of those horror movies that takes scary tactics to an emotional level.
I need blood to live.
It's possible that some people might find the film's violence and gore to be on the light side if that's what you're looking for in a horror movie. Number 9. Insidious from 2010. One thing that is sure to get a lot of viewers covering their faces in horror movies is creepy images that pop up out of nowhere.
There was something in there with him.
An effective scare tactic in many horror movies, Insidious has a lot of these scenes that are matched with equally creepy music. People might want to leave their hands covering their eyes. Insidious replaces violence and gore with a very compelling narrative, complete with one of the most surprising twists. Number 8. Sinister from 2012. Scott Derrickson's Sinister is one of the few recently released horror movies that really focus on having an interesting plot, brought perfectly to the screen by the rousing performance of its two leads, Ethan Hawke and Juliet Rylance.
Here, make yourself useful.
The film centers around Hawke's character coming into contact with a set of disturbing murder videos in their new home, and naturally, being a true crime novelist, sets off to investigate them.
Think these are serial murders?
I don't know.
Sinister isn't original in regards to its horror elements, but the way it delivered those classic scare tactics, the building of momentum and suspense, is nightmare-inducing and will leave audiences begging for the scenes to stop. Number 7. It Follows, 2015. One aspect of horror movies that is sometimes left out to focus on scare tactics is building emotional attachment with the characters and feeling what they go through.
If it kills you, it'll come after me. Do you understand?
The premise of It Follows is a little absurd. A guy transfers a curse to a girl through sex, leaving her detached and paranoid. But the way the movie plays out, viewers are also taken into a state of paranoia that haunts the main character, played by Maika Moreau. The movie is artistically done. Its 70s and 80s aesthetics seem out of place, making the viewer even more suspicious of everything in the movie. Number 6. The House of the Devil, 2009. The movie features Jocelyn Donahue as a schoolgirl turned babysitter in a haunted house.
$200. That's $300 for one night.
While this storyline might have been used before, the movie takes it to new heights, with a beautiful mix of modern and retro aesthetics. The movie takes on a deliberately slow pace that builds suspense with every scene, causing viewers to be painstakingly glued to the edge of their seats until the climax. Number 5. The Woman in Black, 2012. Yes, that's Harry Potter, Daniel Radcliffe. No, this isn't a Harry Potter movie. Far from it. The Woman in Black does star the famed actor. The way Daniel Radcliffe uses body language to instill fear into the viewers in this film is actually quite remarkable. The movie makes great use of ghosts. They pop up and surprise the audience, leaving viewers sinking into their seats. While the movie wasn't a huge box office success, it wasn't expected to be. However, it did break some records. Most notably, it became the highest-grossing British horror film in 20 years. Number 4. The Babadook, 2014. Here's another film that doesn't rely on common scare tactics to deliver a terrifying experience.
Duck, duck. That's when you'll know he's around. You'll see him if you look.
The Babadook is a psychological horror movie that focuses on a single mother coping with the loss of her husband, who died on the day her son was born. The lead character was perfectly captured by Essie Davis's performance.
His name is Mr. Babadook, and this is his book. Babadook, duk, duk.
Viewers can feel her character's emotions, which are enhanced by the movie's gloomy appearance. The mysterious storybook adds a creepiness to the movie, accentuated by the music that builds up to its appearances. Number 3. Youre Next, 2011. Youre Next uses the classic premise of having a bunch of people stuck in a house who get murdered one by mysterious bad guys. What the movie does really well is stay away from using cliches that come with such a premise. The movie is well balanced, part horror, part crime thriller, part comedy, and a fair bit of gore to keep everyone happy. A good explanation is given of the killer's motives, as well as the lead character's, played by Sharni Vinson, uncanny ability for survival. A nod should be given to the movie's excellent script writing. Number 2. The Conjuring, from 2013. If a horror movie devoid of any sex, gore, and violence still gets an R rating, then it's doing something incredibly terrifying to warrant such distinction. The Conjuring is another masterpiece from James Wan that takes viewers on a roller coaster of emotions. After getting the audience to grab onto their seats from suspense, Wan resets all of it with carefully timed comic relief, then begins to build off tensions and suspense again.
Hey, what's going on? What happened?
Another widely praised aspect of The Conjuring is that it does not feature profane language, sex, or nudity, elements that are common in the genre. And the number 1 modern horror movie, The Cabin in the Woods, 2012.
Everybody ready? Get the show on the road!
Enjoyable is usually not the word attached to horror movies, but The Cabin in the Woods is exactly that. A product of the combined smarts of Joss Whedon and Drew Goddard, the movie delivered a hilarious parody of everything that the horror genre has become in recent years, combined with an original story. The way the movie references genre cliches is extremely entertaining. The Cabin in the Woods is one of those rare movies that manages to be scary and hilarious at the same time, while still successfully delivering the twists. The movie is ranked number 1 for the sheer entertainment that it brings.